Good morning, everybody. Welcome to May 15th. Happens to be my anniversary, so happy anniversary to my wife. 31 years. We're about ready to take off on our next adventure in what I'm affectionately calling Blue to Mac. It is a ride from Blue Lake to the Mackinac Bridge or Mackinac City. And let me just take you on a tour of what I'll be using here. This is my Trek 520. It is a steel bike. It is a beast, affectionately known as the Red Tank. And you can see I've got it loaded down. I've got about, maybe about 25, 26 pounds on the back. And then about 15 pounds on the front, pretty evenly balanced. You can see I've got my rear facing radar here, which is pretty cool. I hate to ride without it, and of course my Garmin up front. It is an absolutely beautiful day today. It'll be high of about 72 degrees, so couldn't be much better for riding. Pretty excited, and I'm glad that you're going to come along, and hopefully we'll touch base pretty soon. So we're about halfway into stage 2, or the second day. We're stopping here to get some lunch. We've kind of caught a northwest wind, which is kind of unfortunate because we're headed north, but it hasn't been too bad. The road's been pretty good. The weather is nice. I suppose it's about 70 degrees and, I don't know, partly sunny right now. So enjoying the trip, and we'll see what we can see ahead. The north wind has picked up quite a bit here by the lake, and the temperature has dropped quite a bit as well. We still got another, 16 miles yet to go today, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been tough, but as you can tell, it's still quite beautiful. This has definitely been a harder ride than I thought it was going to be with that wind. The sun finally came back out. Temperature went back up, which was nice. Still really pleasant ride. Almost there, not too far now. We made it to Bear Lake, as you can see. Beautiful day, really breezy still. We got our tent set up. This is my Hubba Tour 2 tent. It's about 5 years old, and it has been an awesome tent. I'll take you on a tour here in just a second to show you the fine facilities of the Hubba Tour 2. This is the garage portion of the Hubba Tour 2. I can fit all my equipment in here, including my bicycle. So at night, especially when there's a heavy dew, everything stays really dry, which is spectacular. And then as we come, if I get the zipper, all right, and then this is the fine facility. It's got a door on either side, vents on both sides. And then a couple places to store some things up top. That's about it. Single room, no bathrooms. You still got to get up to do that. So it's 34 degrees this morning. I have a 40-degree sleeping bag. Not the best choice. But once again, it's a beautiful day, even though I can't feel my fingers. Well, we're on stage 3. We're heading from Bear Lake to just east of Empire today. The wind, once again, is contrary to me, so I took off a little bit early, which meant it was a tad bit nippy out when I started. So I've got a lot of extra layers on this morning. Once again, though, just an absolutely beautiful day, and so I'm enjoying the ride. We're about 10 miles in, and I'm hoping that it warms up just a little bit. So I thought I was going to have to eat another MRE for breakfast this morning, which is fine, but not always the best. That is, until this guy set up camp right behind me. If you can't read it, it says wake and bake. So I get espresso and an egg biscuit this morning. And it just cost me just a little bit of dinero. It's so nice. Thank you, Jesus. All right, we're about 17 miles in on stage 4 here. We are at the highest point so far on this trip at about 1,100 feet above sea level. And for all my friends out west, yes, 1,100 feet can still be a long way up when you start at sea level. It's finally starting to warm up a little bit. Started off around 42 degrees this morning, and it's probably in the mid 50s right now. Just about to Traverse City. Just taking a break for a second to say hello. Doesn't look like a long way up, but it was a decent climb to get here. All right, we'll touch base later. I don't remember this being on the brochure, but this is just a sand pit, so we can't ride through this. So we've been reduced to walking. Looks like maybe a couple miles. Great. Well, 2023 Blue to Mac is in the books. It was 300 miles, about 10,500 feet of elevation climb. And I have to tell you just some thoughts that I had about this ride. First, it was absolutely gorgeous because the cherry blossoms, the apple blossoms, the lilacs, and so many other trees were in full bloom. And so it was a spectacular view almost every single day. All kinds of different weather patterns. It got down to 34 degrees one night. I think I saw about a high of 72. So all kinds of weather. It was mostly sunny, which I was so grateful for, because in May in Michigan, you never know what you're going to get. We had a little rain this morning, but other than that, it was beautiful, sunny. Some contrary winds, but that ride along the coast up 22 and then up around the tunnel of trees and then over to the bridge is always spectacular. I've done that a couple times. The surprising part for me was the ride east of Torch Lake, which really, and all those chain of lakes up in that way, that ride was gorgeous, and the roads were amazing. So very, very thankful that I did it. It was a blessing to be able to do. Obviously finished with about 4,000 other riders today in the Zudamac, which was a lot of fun. Appreciate all those that were traveling with me, praying for me, and on to the next adventure, which takes me to Colorado.